talking about contentment and how comparing ourselves with others chips away at contentment. How does it do that? Talking about contentment, last time I took the liberty of checking an online dictionary to outline what that word means. And that dictionary that I checked online defined contentment as a state of happiness and satisfaction. However, one thing that begins to affect contentment is when we begin to compare ourselves with other people. There's a portion in the Bible, 1 Kings chapter 19, tells us a story of a man. Elijah was a prophet in the Bible. And this man had done so many amazing things. And in the context of this, he had experienced contentment. He was happy and he was satisfied with the things that he had done on behalf of God. But something happened to him, and for some reason he just became depressed and just lost his peace and so on and so forth. But he made a statement while he was going through this time. He said, "I'm no better than my fathers. I might as well just end it now." So we see there that he began to compare himself with other people, maybe his fathers and all that, and based on that, that just chipped away at the contentment that he had been experiencing. Now the interesting thing is this: even though he was comparing himself to his fathers or the people he had been comparing himself to didn't even achieve half of what he had done. They didn't even experience, a tenth of what this man had experienced. So he was doing something I would call selective comparison. This is where we see other people and we take a particular part of their lives and we compare the whole of our lives with that little part of their lives, neglecting the fact that they might be experiencing a lot of, heartache and trouble in the other sides of their lives. So what am I saying here? I'm just saying here that if we want to continue to experience contentment, which this dictionary I found defines as happiness and satisfaction in God, then we need to get to a point where we do not compare ourselves with the people around us, and we're just satisfied with what God has done in our lives. We're satisfied with what God has done through us without comparing ourselves to one another. That way we can begin to retain the contentment that we experience, we can retain the happiness, and we can retain the satisfaction that we're experiencing in life through God, as long as we don't compare ourselves with one another.